In the forgotten town of Hollow Ridge, there was a well so old that no one remembered who had built it. It sat behind the ruins of an overgrown chapel, shrouded by moss and ivy, its stones crumbling like old teeth. The locals called it the Echo Well, not because it echoed sounds, but because sometimes it echoed things that had never been said. They say you don't hear your own voice when you speak into it. You hear something else. One autumn evening, 17-year-old Mara ventured to the chapel on a dare. She wasn't afraid of legends, just bored. Her friends stayed behind at the fence line, watching her with nervous eyes. She peered over the lip of the well. It was impossibly dark, the kind of black that swallowed light. She called out with a grin, "Hello? Is anyone down there?" A moment passed. Then, from the depths, "Don't look up." Mara blinked. She hadn't said anything about looking up. She took a step back, thinking someone was playing a trick. But her friends were still behind her, too far to throw their voices. The chill crawling up her spine had nothing to do with the wind. Curiosity is a strange thing. It defies fear, sometimes even survival. The next night she came back alone. This time she brought a flashlight and a notebook. She asked questions into the well. "Who are you? Why are you here? What do you want?" And it answered. Not always immediately, not always clearly, but the voice, it changed. Sometimes it was hers, sometimes it was someone else's, an old woman, a child, a man sobbing. The answers were never right. "You left me here. You were supposed to drown. You opened the door." On the fourth night, Mara dropped a small recorder into the well, letting it fall on a long string. When she retrieved it the next morning, it was covered in slime and cracks. But it had recorded something. The playback was hours of whispers. But one sentence stood out, repeated over and over. "It's wearing your face." Mara stopped sleeping. Her reflection twitched when she didn't. Her parents said she'd been mumbling in her sleep, words they didn't understand. One night, her father tried to take the notebook from her. She bit him. Hard. He said her eyes were wrong. By the end of the week, she was gone. All they found was the notebook and a flashlight flickering at the bottom of the well. The first page of the notebook read, "It's not an echo. It's a rehearsal." And on the last page, scrawled in handwriting that wasn't hers, "I'm almost ready." 3 weeks after Mara vanished, her best friend Liam decided to return to the well. He hadn't told anyone, not his parents, not the police, not even the other kids who had dared Mara that first night. He couldn't explain it, but something kept pulling him there, like gravity, like guilt. She had called him the night before she disappeared, left a voicemail. But when he played it back, all he heard was static and the sound of something breathing. Liam arrived at dusk, the sky bleeding orange and gray. The old chapel loomed like a corpse, its broken spire pointing straight into the sky like an accusation. The well was exactly as Mara had described, ancient, silent, wrong. He sat by it and whispered her name. "Mara." Nothing. He tried again, louder this time. That's when the rope appeared. Frayed, knotted, and slick with moisture, it slowly rose from the well like it had been thrown up, not down. At the end of the rope dangled a charm bracelet, Mara's. He recognized the cracked little turtle on it. She'd had it since 3rd grade. He reached for it. The moment his fingers brushed the metal, something grabbed his wrist. It wasn't flesh. It was cold, like wet leather pulled over bone. The grip was strong, too strong. And for a moment, Liam wasn't sure if he was being pulled in or if something was trying to pull out. He screamed and wrenched free, falling backward onto the mossy stones. The bracelet was gone, but something else had come up. A voice whispered behind him, You brought it back." He turned. No one was there. But the well was no longer silent. It was humming, like hundreds of voices layered on top of each other, just beneath the surface of hearing. That night, Liam dreamed of water. Endless, dark water. He was falling through it, unable to scream. And in the depths, he saw Mara. But her eyes were too wide. Her mouth hung open. And something moved behind her face, like a second skin trying to push through. She mouthed one word: "Run."